All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Achachwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And the topic I want to go into, man, is the time of Jacob's trouble. You've had the spirit going around in Israel for some time now about, how there's supposedly no Jacob's trouble. All right, we done already been through trouble, which, we've been through troublous times as a nation. Okay, but that was a result of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Okay. All right. Now the time that we're coming into is a time of Jacob's trouble prior to salvation. And the scriptures go into this, man. All right. The scriptures go into the Israelites, in these last days being in a time of trouble and the Lord plucking us out of it, man, and saving us out of it, man. Okay. To show his power. All right. So, that's in the scriptures, man. So we just going to go into it, man, and edify the flock, Lord willing. Okay. All right. This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 7. It says, and they asked him, saying, Master, when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach. And the time draweth near, go ye not after them. So there's going to be a lot of false prophets out there, right? It says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must come to pass. But the end is by and by, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to be a tumultuous situation on earth. Wars breaking out, civil and abroad. Okay. Scriptures talk about seditions of men. What is 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter talking about? Okay. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, and they shall turn to you for a testimony. All right. So this is going to all be happening at the same time, man. What about this scenario when you actually paint the picture in your mind? Apostle Gabar always goes into, being able to be visionaries and envisioning the scriptures, man. OK, using your mind's eye. What about this situation? Here it is. You got wars breaking out, civil and abroad, countries invading one another, dropping bombs, cyber attacks, EMPs, famines, people starving. Breaking into each other's homes, earthquakes, all type of cataclysmic of weather phenomenon, pestilences, diseases everywhere. People are against each other. People are seeing signs in the sky, whether it be weather or solar and lunar eclipses, the chariot sightings, all these things. And then on top of that, persecution of the true believers. What about this scenario doesn't seem like troublous times? What about it doesn't? What about it doesn't sound like Jacob's trouble? Okay. All right. All right. It says, going down to Luke chapter 21, verse 25. All right. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. So you're going to have mass tidal waves and floods, distress of nations, man, economic upheaval and, hyperinflation, wars breaking out. People don't know what to do. They don't know who to trust. OK, political upsets, man, back and forth. All right. Solar eclipses, lunar eclipses. OK. Men's hearts failing them for fear, people afraid, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, man. So the governments of the earth, even the governing powers of the earth, man, that have authority and influence, and, that these are pillars of society, are going to be shaken up. OK. All right. It says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. So Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of this troublous situation, man. And when these things begin to come to pass, which it's here. Then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh, man. So in the midst of all this trouble, the Lord wants us to rejoice. Why? Because he's getting ready to save us out of the trouble. That's why Yahweh Shai said, be not terrified. Okay, in Matthew chapter 24, what did Yahushua say? All right. All right. What did Yahushua say? All right. This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay. So why did Yahushua said be not troubled? Because it's going to be a troublous time. It's going to be a scary time. But the Lord was like, hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. I got it. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm going to come get you. It's cool. Okay. We're coming into a time where the Lord is getting ready to show his power, man. Okay. And deliver the elect. All right. Daniel chapter 12. All right. Verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. What is this talking about, man? What is this talking about? What is this time of trouble that's coming, man? The time of Jacob's trouble. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And it won't just be trouble for Jacob. It's going to be trouble for all the heathen too, because the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. So Esau going to be catching it. Moab, Ammon, all the other heathen nations going to be catching it. And guess who they're going to turn their eyes on to prey upon? Jake. That's what always happens, man. When a society collapses, the people who are on the bottom get the brunt of the hurt, because the society is already built off of their oppression. The society is always already built off of the hatred towards the Israelite man and woman and child. OK, that's already rooted and ingrained in the fabric of the society, man, and the systems that run it. It's already rooted in it, man. So who are they going to turn their eyes on, man, to do harm to? Israel, man, Jacob, man. OK, so Jacob's going to catch it the worst, man, you know, in a lot of cases. OK, but the Lord's going to send his angels, OK, to defend the children of thy people, those that are written in the book of life, man. They're going to be the ones that are delivered. OK, that's what the Bible is talking about. All right. That's what it's saying. OK, it ain't saying some other stuff, man. You know, Jeremiah chapter 30. OK, and Jacob's trouble is associated with us getting out of captivity. OK. All right. If you want to talk about, you know, Jake being in trouble in times past, OK, then that means that we already saved yet. If that was Jacob's trouble. But this is the time of Jacob's trouble. This is the time where the Lord's getting ready to completely rid us of our bonds and yokes. OK, and bring us back unto our land, which he promised to our fathers. OK, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, which means lo means to look or behold, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. So this is how it's going to happen. This is going to lead to the liberation of the 12 tribes. OK. All right. And the Lord reversing our exile. OK. It says, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and of not of peace. That sounds like trouble to me. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Why are all the men afraid? You know, looking like they're in labor pains. They're holding their loins. They're holding their abdomen, crying, you know, crying out for fear, for trembling, for pain. You know, they look like they've seen death face to face. Why is that? OK, like the life has left their eyes. OK, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. OK. It's a locking, you know, but it's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord's getting ready to deliver the elect out of this troublous time. For it shall come to pass in that day, or in that time, saith the Lord, of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their God and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. For therefore fear thou not. Why is the Lord saying fear not? Because it's going to be a troublous time, but the Lord wants us to know that he got us. All right. O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. Because it's going to be a time where a lot of people are dismayed. Okay. For lo, I will save thee from afar. Salvation is only for Israel. And thy seed from the land of their captivity. Afar was talking about what? Babylon the Great, the north country, man. Okay, the Lord removed us far from our border. He moved us far to the extremity of the earth, man. Okay, the new world. This is the Americas. This is where the Israelites predominantly, the largest bulk of the Israelites are here in America serving captivity. Okay, and Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Okay. All right, so this is the time where the Lord's getting ready to deliver us out of a troublous situation. Okay, all kind of hell breaking loose in the earth. All right. Let's get matter of fact, let's get First Thessalonians chapter 5. Okay. First Thessalonians 5:1. It says, but of the times and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, like it says at the time of Jacob's trouble, and they shall not escape. Okay, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief. Okay, so the world is going to be in darkness. They're in darkness right now. They're not expecting the return of the Lord. Their minds are on everything else. Okay, and so that's why Jacob's trouble is going to come upon them as a thief. Okay, and they're not going to escape. It's going to come as a snare, and they're going to get got. But the elect are aware of the times that we're in. Okay. Unlike these other guys out there saying that there ain't no Jacob's trouble. We know what time it is. And it's so obvious. Like, why would it, like, what's going on in the earth and why is it happening? Will our people be affected by it? Will Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans be affected by it? Yes. Will West Indians and Haitians and Dominicans be affected by it? Yes. Will our people that are scattered abroad throughout Europe and Asia and Africa and the Middle East and Australia and the Pacific Islands and the Indian archipelago, will they be affected by it? Yes. Are they the Israelites? Yes. Who are the Israelites? The descendants of Israel. Who is Israel? The man named Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. That sounds like Jacob's trouble to me. Okay. Well, what's so hard to put two and two together? Okay. Luke chapter 21, verse 34, it says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. So it's going to be a troublous time. The Lord is saying, watch out. When an animal is caught up in a snare, what is that? They are in trouble. Okay. Spaghetti-O, the bird, he see a piece of bread, it looks delicious. Oh my gosh. And he just, he swoop down, start nibbling. It tastes so good. And then snap. He got, he get got. That's how it is, or, or a fish, he's swimming. Under the sea swimming. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, wow, what's that? Oh, my gosh, looks like some cheese. And it's some bait. And next thing you know, he on a plate. and he in trouble. But the Lord said, be on the lookout so you don't get got in that time. You know, that's what the Lord, that's what the Lord giving us game, man. You know, and he wants us to know, he wants us to warn the people. He wants us to warn the people. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape. Why we got to be accounted worthy to escape? We got to be, we ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble, but we gonna have to be accounted worthy to escape. We ain't gonna go through nothing, but we gotta watch and pray to be accounted worthy to escape, but we ain't gonna be going through nothing. Nah, we gonna be, man, it's gonna be times of trouble, man, but the Lord is going to deliver us in the midst of the trouble, man. Okay. All right. That's why we got to stay in the spirit, man. All right. The word escape is to flee out of, to flee away, to seek safety and flight, to escape. All right. The Greek word is matter of fact, let's play it.
Strong's G 1628. Ekfugo.
It says ekfugo. All right. It says to flee out of, to flee away, to seek safety and flight, to escape. Okay. To escape what? Danger and trouble. Okay. All right. That analogy of the fish went hard. I'm sorry. I got to go get it. And that bird analogy too. It's it's in Ecclesiastes. Okay. All right. It says Ecclesiastes 9:12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. You see that? You see that? So that's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to get got. All right. That's what the Bible says. Okay. All right. And matter of fact, what does it say in Ezekiel, man? What does it say? All right. Matter of fact, when thou seest the sword come upon the land. Ezekiel 33. All right, because we're supposed to warn the people, right? Ezekiel 33:1, it says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon his head, upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come, you guys, and ain't no Jacob's trouble is gay. All right, this is what's gonna happen to you. And blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned. If the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So, thou son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me. Okay. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die if thou dost not speak to warn this wicked man from his way. The wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way to turn from it, if he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou shalt deliver thy soul. What is so hard to understand? I don't get it. Why is it difficult to grasp? Okay, this is in the scriptures, man. A time of evil, a time of the sword is coming, man. What does it say? What is this? Hey, look, man. Okay. What does it say, man? Okay, in 2nd Ezra. All right. What does it say? Okay, give us an explanation. What did the Lord say he gonna bring upon the world? Okay. 2nd Ezra 15:1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay? So if they don't want to take warning, they're going to die. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. The Lord's bringing the sword. He's supposed to warn them. Jacob's trouble, my nigga. God damn. Fuck. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So this is a warning to our people, first and foremost, and also to the rest of the world. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed, neither will I suffer them those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Verse 10, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, man, which is this is spiritual Egypt, Revelation 11th chapter. All right, our people are being led to the slaughter. Okay. All right, Jacob's trouble. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and the hail and with a fearful constellation. So the Lord's going to plague Egypt, this new Egypt that we're in, man. Okay. All right. While at the same time delivering the elect of his people, man. All type of crazy things are happening and are getting ready to ramp up. The last 4 years, the Lord's been bringing judgment. Sheesh. Mass shootings, left and right, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, blizzards, wildfires, heat waves, droughts, pestilences. Sheesh. You know, it's been going down. You know, thunderstorms, record-breaking flooding, blackouts. You know, it's been going down, man. Verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Because it's going to be so chaotic, man. You know, civil conflicts, man, death everywhere, man. People taking each other out, you know, not regarding their local governments, man, and law and order. That's out the window. OK, don't be surprised if these local governors and municipalities and dignitaries, you know, sheriffs start getting taken out, you know, by the average citizen, or they start taking each other out, or there's a coup in your city, you know. It's going to be so chaotic, man. There's certain places ain't going to be no running water or electricity. OK, it's just going to be straight judgment. It's going to be horrible, man. No man's land. OK, so you ain't going to be able to traverse. And that's not just going into that. But you got these dumb cities. OK, all right, where they getting ready to control how far you're able to travel. OK, and do certain things and put limitations and restrictions on you. OK, lockdowns, all of that, you know, barricadings, all that's coming. OK, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. What about that don't sound like Jacob's trouble? All right. Second Ezra 16 and 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. Oh, I'm sorry. Verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? That sound like trouble. Beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, and what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good sheep upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? These major cities getting ready to be overrun with death and famine, to the point where it's going to be a mass depopulation in a lot of areas of the earth, man. Okay? And the place is going to be overrun with vines and thorns and stuff, man. And let's jump down all the way to verse 60 something, 70 something. All right. All right. Second Ezra 16 and 68, it says, For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. So Esau's coming down with great wrath, like it says in Revelation, the 12th chapter, man. Okay, and they're going to try to force this agenda on the elect. Okay, on all people, but really it's going to be geared toward the elect, and the elect are going to resist even unto death in certain cases, man. Okay, but if you don't resist, you don't consent, if you do consent, you're gonna be down bad, man. Okay, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Why? Because they're gonna be trying to make you take the C-hip, man, the MOTB. All right, the Karagma, the Karaks. Okay. All right. the Zai Chai stigma, man. You know, and they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So they're going to come after us carnally. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. What? This is in the Bible, the days of trouble. All right. Who's the Lord beloved? The Israelites, beginning with the elect. Okay. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord. Let not your sins weigh you down. Let not your iniquities lift up themselves. All right. So there you go. That's Jacob's trouble right there. Okay. All right. I'm gonna close out with this, man. All right. I'm gonna close out with this. This is a warning. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 14. Well, I'll start at verse 13. It says, false prophets is the header. It says, then said I, Lord God, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart. You want to give that feel-good message, man. Okay, to sway the people. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this place. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. So you guys saying they ain't gonna know Jacob's trouble, you're gonna die in Jacob's trouble, man. You're gonna get got horribly. Okay? All right. I gotta get this precept too. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. Isaiah 59. Okay. All right. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So the Lord's going to make a way for the elect to escape. Okay. In this troublous time, like it says in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Okay. The hour of temptation, but I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. Kwame Yasharallah. Shalom.